Hi and welcome to my short video about Lab2 Task1. Um, I started up with reading in the customer's data, and then I printed out the sum of the data to be able to see the total sales amount for each column or area, so to say. And I could identify fresh and the grocery as the the two columns with the biggest sales volume, followed by milk. So I thought I would concentrate on fresh and grocery to see what we could find. And I have my dendrogram, which this is the longest vertical line, but this is the longest vertical line that doesn't intersect with another vertical line. So I pull my horizontal line here to try to see two clusters with data. And I prepared some graphs. First, I have the total sales and from which area the sales are. So we can see here too that fresh is the biggest area or contains the highest sales volume, followed by grocery and milk and the others. And we can also see the regions, that region 3 is by far overrepresented in this data material. Region 1 and 2 are there, but region 3 is by far the biggest one. And when we looked into the data with grocery and fresh, with trying to find the two clusters, we can see that cluster 0 is down to the left. They don't buy so much. Each individual in this cluster doesn't buy so much fresh or grocery, whereas cluster 1 buys a lot more from the fresh category, but still not so much in the grocery, whereas cluster 0 buys some more grocery. And we can also see that cluster 1, the frequency of cluster 0 is considerably larger than cluster 1. So there are a lot of more data points or individuals in cluster 0. And we can also see the total grocery sales here, that cluster 0 has quite a lot more grocery sales in that cluster compared to cluster 1. But in the fresh category, cluster 1 has the biggest sale numbers, and that corresponds quite well to the scatter plot where we had our clusters. And we can also see that, as we remember, region 3 were by far the biggest region, and we also have that cluster 0 is by far the biggest in region 3. Region 2 and region 1 is smaller for that cluster. Cluster 1 is also bigger in region 3. And we can also see that cluster 0 is bigger in channel 1, not so big in channel 2. And I just thought I would look into milk and fresh just to see a comparison, and we can see that cluster 1 is the same. The ones that buy a lot of fresh, a big volume of fresh, doesn't buy so much milk, whereas cluster 0 that doesn't buy so much fresh buys some more milk, shortly speaking. And that's 5 minutes. So thanks for me and have a good day. Bye.